If you were standing on the beaches of the Marshall Islands on March 1st, 1954, you would have seen the world end. At 6:45 a.m., the sun rose in the east. But a few seconds later, a second sun rose in the west. It was blindingly white. It turned the sky a bruised purple. It was Castle Bravo, a thermonuclear bomb 1,000 times more powerful than Hiroshima. It vaporized 3 islands and tore a hole in the ocean floor 2 miles wide. But the fire wasn't the monster. The monster was the snow. A few hours later, a white, powdery ash began to fall on the nearby Rongelap Atoll. The children had never seen snow. They caught the flakes on their tongues. They rubbed it into their skin. They didn't know they were rubbing the fire of the sun into their DNA. The US military watched the clouds move on their radar. They knew exactly where the poison was going, and they chose to wait. This is Project 4.1. The official story was that the wind shifted. A mistake. But declassified reports show the military knew the wind was blowing toward the people. They detonated the bomb anyway. They didn't see 82 human beings. They saw a unique opportunity. A top-secret memo stated, "The island affords us a chance to study the effects of radiation on a contiguous human population." They waited 3 days to evacuate them. By then, the beta burns had set in. Skin turned black and peeled off in sheets. Hair fell out in clumps. The doctors didn't give them medicine, they gave them clipboards. They took the islanders to a military base, measured their urine, and biopsied their skin. Then, in 1957, the government told them the island was clean. They sent them back. It was a lie. The military needed to know how radiation moves through the food chain into the human body. They put the people back on the poisoned land just to see how fast they would die. Every 6 months, the ship Brookhaven arrived. Doctors gave the children candy. Then, they took their bone marrow with long, thick needles. They never shared the medical results. They told the women that the jellyfish babies, infants born without bones, were just a streak of bad luck. When a person became too sick, they were flown away to America. They never came back. The doctors weren't trying to save them. They were waiting for them to die so they could perform autopsies and collect the organs. The Rongelapese weren't patients. They were data points. In 1985, the people finally escaped. They reached out to Greenpeace, who evacuated them in the dead of night. But the isotopes were already in their marrow. When the files were declassified in the 90s, one memo stood out. It said, "The data from the Rongelapese is superior to that of the Japanese victims because we know the exact dosage they received." The accident of 1954 had been converted into a corporate asset. History is full of ghosts. We are just here to listen to them. The silence of Project 4.1 is still radiating today.